I caught my best friend breastfeeding my baby. She wasn't even pregnant. I never thought betrayal could wear a familiar smile. If someone had told me that the woman I called my best friend, the one who helped me plan my wedding, rubbed my belly during pregnancy, and swore she'd die for my child, would one day make me question my sanity, I would have laughed in their face. But here I am. Heart pounding. Mouth dry. Watching her do something no one else should ever be doing to my baby. Let me take you back. Her name was Juliet. Beautiful. Loud. Loyal, or so I thought. We met in secondary school. Juliet was the kind of girl who made life feel like a comedy. She danced in the rain, drank Coke for breakfast, and once shaved off her eyebrows just because, in her words, brows are too mainstream. I loved her like a sister. When I got pregnant, Juliet cried like she was the one having the baby. She touched my belly every chance she got. She whispered to the bump, bought baby clothes weeks before the due date, and swore she'd be my daughter's godmother. She was there in the delivery room, holding my hand as I screamed through the contractions. She was there when my husband had to leave for a work trip just 1 week after our baby was born. Juliet was there a lot. Too much. But I didn't notice. Or maybe I didn't want to. Motherhood is messy. It's cracked nipples and sleepless nights. It's diapers that make you question your life choices. It's surviving on 1 slice of toast and 5 sips of cold tea. You cling to anyone who helps, even if they are slowly pulling the rug from under your feet. Juliet helped with everything. Feeding. Rocking the baby. Singing lullabies in a voice softer than I'd ever heard from her. I called her my second mother. She would smile like that title meant everything. Then came that morning. I had finally gotten 45 minutes of uninterrupted sleep. That may not sound like much, but with a newborn, it's nothing short of a miracle. I woke up feeling suspiciously refreshed. The house was quiet. Too quiet. My instincts kicked in immediately. I tiptoed down the hallway, half smiling at the idea that Juliet had rocked the baby to sleep again. She was good at that. Comforting. Present. As I reached the nursery, I noticed the door was half open. I slowed down. I heard it, the sound of suckling. I assumed she was bottle feeding, like she always did when I rested. But something about the sound was off. Too natural. Too intimate. I peeked in. What I saw felt like a punch to the chest. Juliet was sitting in the nursing chair. Her blouse was unbuttoned. My baby's head rested against her bare chest. My daughter was breastfeeding. Juliet was breastfeeding. But Juliet was never pregnant. She never had a child. I blinked hard, praying it was a hallucination born from exhaustion. But the image stayed. It was real. She rocked my baby gently in her arms, her face soft with affection, humming the lullaby I always sang to soothe my daughter to sleep. Then she leaned down and kissed her head. Juliet. She jumped, startled. But when she looked up, she smiled. She smiled. Morning, Mama, she said sweetly, like I was the one who had interrupted her morning routine. What the hell are you doing? I yelled, rushing into the room like a lioness ready to protect her cub. She calmly detached my daughter from her breast, buttoned her blouse, and stood up. She was hungry, she said. You needed rest. I stepped in. You can't, you're not her mother. I shouted, grabbing my baby from her arms. That's when her face changed. Her features hardened. Her voice dropped. She calls me Mama when you're not around, she whispered. My heart skipped. She looks for me when you leave. She stops crying when I sing. I see her. I love her. You need help, I said, clutching my daughter close to my chest. Juliet's eyes welled with tears, not from shame, but from frustration. You complain. You whine. You act like this is too hard for you. But I appreciate her. I understand her. I love her. Then she said something I'll never forget. I've been lactating. I stared at her. What? I read online that if you hold a baby long enough, your body responds. I started producing milk a week ago. Isn't that beautiful? It wasn't beautiful. It was terrifying. I told her to leave. She didn't argue. She just walked out quietly, like a child being scolded. That night, I locked every door. I held my baby against me, skin to skin, as if I could reclaim what had been stolen. I cried until my head throbbed. I didn't tell anyone for days. I felt ashamed. Violated. Like I'd opened my home to someone who saw me not as a friend, but as an obstacle. When I finally told my husband, he sat in silence for nearly a minute. Then he asked, "Was she obsessed with you before?" That's when it hit me. The offhand comments. The lingering touches. The sleepovers that dragged well into adulthood. The way she wore white to my wedding. The look in her eyes when I got engaged. Was this ever really about my baby? Or was it always about me? Days passed. Then, another line was crossed. A cooler showed up on our doorstep. Inside were bottles of breast milk. Labeled. Organized. Stored in ice packs. Taped to one was a note. She likes it warm, not hot. The next day, another bottle came. With another note. Tell her mama loves her. The friend I trusted most had blurred the lines of love, obsession, and delusion. And she wasn't finished yet.